So, some Georgia fans say Michigan had an easier schedule, and some Michigan fans say Georgia had an easy schedule. So here's a quick breakdown of Michigan and Georgia's regular season schedules versus the Power 5 teams that they played. Number 1, opposition's win-loss records. Here's a breakdown of the win-loss records of the teams they played. Michigan's Power 5 opponents went 58-62, and Georgia's Power 5 opponents went 62-59. Michigan played 4 teams with winning records, 5 teams with losing records, and 1 team that was 500. They went 6-6. Now Georgia, they played 4 teams with winning records, 3 teams with losing records, and 3 teams that went 500, 6-6 teams. So both Michigan and Georgia had opponents with similar overall win-loss records. Number 2, what teams they had played that were ranked at season's end. Here are the end of the season rankings for the ranked teams each of the teams played during the regular season. Michigan played 2 teams that were ranked at the end of the season with a 9.0 average ranking. Georgia played 3 teams that were ranked in the top 25 at the end of the season with an average of 22.0 average ranking. Michigan beat one of their ranked teams and lost to the other. They played number 7 Ohio State and number 11 Michigan State. They beat OSU 42-27 and lost to Michigan State 37-33. If you combine the scores of the 2 games Michigan played, they scored 75 points and gave up 64 points. Now Georgia beat all 3 of the ranked teams they played. They played number 19 Clemson and won 10-3. They played number 22 Arkansas and won 37-0. And they played number 25 Kentucky and won 30-13. They beat all 3 of these teams by a 77-16 combined score. Number 3, the talent composites of the teams they played. Here are the comparisons in overall average talent composites of the teams Georgia and Michigan played. The teams Georgia played in general had higher rated players coming out of high school, and the average of their talent composites was 26. And Michigan's team's average composite was 30, which does not seem like a big difference. However, the number that stood out to me the most was Georgia's opponents did have 22% more 4-star players on the rosters than Michigan. Georgia's opponents had 253 total 4-star players on the rosters, while Michigan's opponents had 207 4-star players, which does seem kind of significant. Basically, it means the offenses and defenses that Georgia faced during the regular season had 2 more 4-star players on the field out of 11 than the offenses and defenses that Michigan faced, on average. So Georgia may have faced an 18% talent upgrade on 4 4-star players total on offense and defense on a weekly basis, be it the quarterback, running backs, receivers, linebackers, linemen, whomever. In general, every week they faced 4 more 4-star players on the teams that they played against. Number 4, how many points each team scored and gave up versus their schedules. Michigan scored 338 points versus their Power 5 opponents and gave up 182 points. Meanwhile, Georgia scored 376 points versus their regular season Power 5 opponents and gave up only 69 total points, which is a crazy number. Georgia only gave up 6.9 points per game during the regular season. No team has done this in over a decade. Who had the strongest strength of schedule for the regular season? It depends on which ranking system you look at. Despite the talent composite differences between the 2 schedules, most all seem to rank Michigan's regular season strength of schedule higher than Georgia's. Some by a little and others by more than a little. But all strength of schedule rankings I've seen rank Michigan as having a more difficult regular season schedule, for whatever reason. So there you have it. Just a few points to take into consideration on the 2 teams' regular season Power 5 strength of schedules. So what do you think? Who had the tougher regular season schedule? Or do you think both schedules were pretty even? Thank you for watching the video, and enjoy the holidays. Have a great day. Bye-bye.